Hey there, Chad here with a quick sidebar on how Kerbal Space Program does game saves. There are a couple of things to know about how the game is saved. First of all, it is a persistent game, so anytime you do something like return to the Space Center, it will do an autosave for you. There's nothing that allows you to prevent that. Now, when you're in certain screens, you can hit escape and it brings up the game pause menu, and you'll notice that there's a save game and a load game, and you can do that, but these only load quick saves. It really just allows you to create a file real quick, and it makes it a bookmark is what happens there. We'll bring it back to that point. We can also load a save then, and we can either load our persistent or our quick save. I suppose you could save multiple quick saves that way, and we would have the opportunity to go back to those if necessary. The game offers a single key quick save, and I will demonstrate that here real quick. Let's build a rocket, put a capsule on it. I'm going to forget to put a parachute on it, and let's just give it a flea engine. This doesn't have to be terribly complicated, and we're going to go ahead and launch that. We'll get it out here to the pad. Jeb is ready to go, and we launch it. So first thing is, I just realized I forgot to put a parachute on this. Jeb will most likely get killed. Now the good news is when a Kerbal gets killed, they come back in a couple of hours. I think it's a 2-hour timer, and I believe it's real time, although I'm not 100% sure. Basically, the astronaut does return eventually, and you're able to use them once again. So that's kind of nice. The other thing I can do is hit escape, and I have this revert flight button. Clicking revert flight will allow me to either go to the launch pad, so back to the moment of launch, or I can return all the way back to the vehicle assembly, which sometimes if you know you have a fatal flaw in your rocket, that might be what you want to do. Of course, this would violate anybody trying to play as an Iron Man. I don't tend to do that myself. I tend to make plenty of mistakes, and I have to do this fairly regularly. Let's go ahead and revert to the launch. What you'll see is we're back to where we were when it first came into the launch. So alternately, we could revert back to the vehicle assembly, and we could add a parachute, which Jeb would probably be really appreciative of. Okay, so that is the revert. There are times when revert is not available to you, and that is when you do a quick save. Next, I will demonstrate how a quick save is done. We will go ahead and once again launch our rocket. And while it is going, I'm going to press F5, which is quick save. If you look right up here on the screen, it says it's quick saving it. So basically, I just made a bookmark right at that spot. The way you retrieve that is by holding down F9. And you'll notice if I just tap F9, it says hold F9 to load last quick save. So I will now hold down F9, and what you'll see is it'll revert back to where we were when I pressed F5. Again, that's pressing F9 and allowing it to revert back to that point. Now if I try to go to revert to launch, that is no longer available to me. It is locked out. I could go to load and I could hit this quick save, but I think what we're going to see is it is exactly where we were just a moment ago. That is the new quick save right there. So that's the basics of using quick save. A lot of times what you'll want to do is get your rocket into orbit, and maybe before a burn to another celestial body, you might hit F5 to save it, or you might do that before trying to dock, for example, in case you waste fuel on accident. These are all different times you might want to use a quick save. Hope that covers the basics for you. Good luck. If you have any questions, you're welcome to post them in the comments, and I'll see what I can do to answer them. Fair travels.